Uh, this is the second time I'm doing this video. First time I'm doing this, my rabbit was being rambunctious and chewing up the carpet, so I had to stop the video and restart. I hate doing videos like these because it it shows that I'm still very, I guess you could say emotional. That's not exactly the word I'm looking for, but I'm still very susceptible to making these types of mistakes and these types of days, right? Because I'm not human. I am someone that I have been trading for almost a year. It's actually 1 week away from trading for a full year when this video comes out, which is crazy, and I will be doing a video on that. But I'm just disappointed in the fact that I traded the way that I did today. I broke pretty much every single rule. I wanted to force the issue. Pretty much everything I've talked about in all of my videos, it's like I just wanted to ignore every single thing today. I didn't want to do anything good today. I just wanted to make money. And that is the issue. That is the issue. I came into this month as a whole, basically branding it as like, okay, this is your winter training arc. You need to improve. You need to get better. And I must have forgotten that a training arc, especially too for people in for anime characters themselves, they struggle like crazy, especially in the beginning. And I was thinking that it was all going to be sunshines and rainbows. Hey guys, we're just learning lessons and improving while we're making money, blah, blah, blah. It's like, it doesn't work like that. You're going to be struggling your butt off for these next 2 months to improve and to get better. So that way, when 2026 comes, you're just going to be so good at trading that these mistakes that I've made today, things like this rarely happen. Like I haven't tilted, I haven't blown up like this in over a month, which honestly is really good. Like I'm really happy about that. But it's disappointing because it's not good enough. If I want to become a really good trader, if I want to get to that point where trading becomes my main income instead of my side income like it is right now, I gotta go out there and I gotta be disciplined. I gotta make the right decisions. I have to improve myself every single day. Every single day I have to improve and I have to learn these lessons. I did not learn my lesson because what happened was I was focused on the money. I forgot about the process. I just wanted to get over that hump of trying to make money, and I literally did the exact opposite of everything that I needed to do to be successful, and it cost me today. It cost me today, and it shouldn't have cost me. It should have just been one of those days where, hey, you got your setup. It actually would have worked too, right? I'll go over the trade recap in a little bit, but it's like these these days are very disappointing. And there's an analogy that me and Stephanie were just talking about, and she was saying that basically, if you had a kid, you were coaching basketball, and they were telling you that that they had a bad day, and that's the reason why they weren't listening to your instructions. They weren't following everything you're trying to tell them. What would you say to them? And I told her that it's understandable because you didn't have a good day. Like your mind is all over the place. You're not going to follow what I'm trying to instruct you on doing, but you're not helping the team. So because you're not helping the team, it's time for you to sit out. Maybe tomorrow, hopefully you have a better day. Hopefully things are going better, right? That you can come back in and help the team. But until you're in the right mind state, you have the right mentality to help the team, then I'm going to have to pull you. That's just a fact, right? So I'm not going to get on that person and be so upset and be livid with them that, oh, you had a bad day. That doesn't mean anything. You should still follow my rules. Like, no, I understand. Like, we're human. Like, we're not, it's not going to come naturally for us on some days. But you're not helping the team. So you still have to come out. And I did not help my team today at all. In fact, I hurt my team so badly that I immediately had to be pulled. And it's my fault. It's my fault. And what I was saying before my rabbit started chewing up the carpet was I have had recently, just these overwhelming feelings and these overwhelming thoughts. And it honestly, it has a bit to do with trading, but in reality, it's more just life stuff. Like I have this class I have to teach starting on Thursday. I have a lot of stuff to do at work. It's just been very overwhelming. I have so many other things that I need to do. I need to renew my physical therapy license. That's something I need to do. There's just a lot of things that I need to do. Obviously, bills to pay, right? Because it's about money. The money is just something where I have a lot that I have to pay for coming up soon. Christmas is coming soon as well, so you guys know, like if you have a big family as well, you want to do the best that you can to get gifts and show people that that you're thinking about them, right? I think that's just my people pleasing tendency, but it becomes difficult. It becomes difficult. So in my mind all weekend, I was like, yeah, Vic, you're at this $2,000 balance now. Like, let's get it up to 3,000. Once we get it up to 3,000, we take $1,000 payout. Once we get that $1,000 payout, you're back at the buffer. You build it up to 4,000. Start copy trading. Yeah, man. Then you're gonna start making a lot of money, a lot of money, a lot of like. Do you see what I'm saying? I allowed myself to get to that point, and even though I tried to counteract that by telling myself it's about the process, it's not about the profits, it subconsciously entered my mind that one, we're going to make a lot of money, and two, we need to make a lot of money. And it cost me. And it cost me. And that can happen to you, that can happen to me, that can happen to anyone because at the end of the day, we're just human. I've said this before and I'll say it again, but this channel is called Trading Stoically. It's not because I am trading stoically, it's because I am trying to trade stoically. I am trying to achieve that point where I just trade in a very stoic manner. And I do not mean broicism, where you suppress all of your emotions, you hide all of your feelings, you're just straight faced, because that's not what stoicism is about. It's about understanding your emotions, understanding the perception of things, giving yourself the proper perception of things, understanding what are preferred indifference, what are dis- dispreferred indifference, understanding what is within your control, which I'm sure a lot of people now hear that because it's in the mainstream a lot of times, right? But I am what I consider to be a congenital stoic, meaning that I am a stoic from birth. I've had these qualities since I was younger. I've had these traits. I've always been, even though I've been younger in my classes, I've always been one of the most mature in my age group. I've always been the person that people lean on, right, for maturity, decision making, things like that. But it wasn't until maybe 7 or 8 years ago where I started learning more about the philosophy of Stoicism and trying to polish off those qualities and traits that I've already had to try to improve them. Because at the end of the day, I'm a gambler at heart. I love to gamble. I do. So much so that I've limited myself to only $2 bets whenever I'm gambling with friends or doing a tiny bit of sports betting sometimes, because I know if I were to do more, it would be self destructive. It'd be very harmful to myself. And I think that's why I'm so attracted to trading too, is because of the fact that it's similar to gambling, but it's strategic, it's calculated, it's you versus you. And I think that's why I love it so much because I am someone that I want to improve, I want to get better. I always trying to find whatever I can to help squeeze out every single ounce of potential I have to improve myself as a person and now as a trader too. So when you have days like these, it's difficult. It's so hard to stomach. It's so hard to sit with it because it's like, why did you even do that in the first place? Why did you even blow up like that? You had no reason to. You had no reason to take that trade when you did. You had no reason to break your rules. There's no reason. But the reason why we all break our rules, the reason why we all mess up from a psychology standpoint is because we're trying to push the issue. We just want things to happen. We're trying to make money so bad that we blow up. And that's what happened to me today. And I hate looking at this calendar too. I only do it because it just kind of makes sense to have something in the background to look at. But it it sucks. It sucks and I hate it. I'm annoyed, but I also understand. And it's something that we're going to learn from too. And I've already learned from it. I understand, like, why am I taking that trade? Why am I taking two trades, right? There's no reason to take a second trade. There's no perfect setup, right? I didn't have the order to break my rule like I spoke about in last week's video, but it's annoying. It's annoying, right? Because it's a setback, but it doesn't mean that you can't come back from it. It doesn't mean that you can't do well from it. It just means that at this point in time, I'm overwhelmed. I felt a lot of pressure on me. Even making these YouTube videos too, even though I consider it a public journal, it's still something where it's like people are watching you. It is my journal for sure, but people are watching you and people want you to do well. I know people want me to do well, right? So when you come out here and you blow up and you don't have a good day and you hit your maximum loss limit or your daily loss limit, because I did not hit my maximum loss limit. That's like you kind of already know, like you're like, damn, like I did not I did not do a good job. And yeah, you can feel like you let everyone down too, but I know for myself that's not really the case. It's more like I let myself down and I don't really feel like doing that again. So, whenever days like these happen, something I always tell myself is I can promise you that this is not going to happen again for a while. Now, I made the mistake. I think it was 2 weeks ago. Oh, like almost 2 weeks ago. I made the same mistake where I went long when I should have gone short. It's been 2 weeks. I wanted to push it. I want to now push it to a month. I will always follow the trend. I think that's going to be my goal. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but my goal from now until the end of the year is just follow your rules, follow the trend. It's simple. It's not easy, but it's really just that simple. If you just do that, Vic, please, I promise, just do that. You will be successful. Let's go into the trade recap, though. This is um, a lot to talk about. So, what did I even do? If I had taken these trades short, it would have worked out. And I think that's what bothered me because yesterday's trade, say, look at these lines. If you compare it to yesterday's video, it's the same lines, right? The prior day value area low is a little bit different, right? Because we had New York session today. But I had no reason to be going long because yesterday I went short and I hate going short and I lost. In my mind today, I was like, well, I'm going to go long because it didn't work yesterday and it cost me today. So look what happened. I understand why I went long because this could be a bottom here, right? We are at current session value area low. See this nice hammer. It's stupid, right? Why? The trend is short this whole time. There's no reason to be going long here. In fact, at this point, this candle maybe, that's where I should be going short. Why is that? One, this is ATR of 3, just about. So 4007 would be right here. We are right next to a prior week point of control, about one ATR off. We are rejecting VWAP, right? One rejection here. We do break through. So that's why I was like, oh, we can continue to go long. Wrong. The trend is short, right? Boom. Get that nice candle, pull back, boom, flush through. So in reality, would I have even taken this trade? Possibly not, just because of the fact that we didn't get an entry. But a no trade is better than a trade where you're breaking your rules, right? If I had waited, here's another one on VWAP. Again, 4004, ATR is about 2, right? So we'd be waiting for 4002 if we can get up there. We probably don't. But we're rejecting VWAP, we head lower. And I know that this play works in the reverse, where it's like, okay, you can bounce off of VWAP and head higher, right? If you're bullish, it's the same thing when you're bearish too, but my mind cannot wrap around taking shorts. I still struggle with that, even though I've gotten a lot better. I still struggle with it. So when I see yesterday where I try to go short in a very good area, it's a perfectly good loss, and it doesn't work, my mind is like, well, let's just go long. Because it always works, right? No, it doesn't. And I was wrong to go along. And I'm gonna sing a song. No, I'm just kidding. But that's what happens. And I lost. And I blew up and I took a second trade trying to go long again. It didn't work. I lost again. So yeah, that's what happened. Either way, I think it's a good lesson. We do the best that we can, try to improve, try to get better. I think for anyone still watching, you guys will probably know in advance for tomorrow's video, but probably will take a payout here just to pay myself, take off the pressure a little bit. We still got one, two, three, four accounts. We'll probably start trading those once this one is blown up. Who knows? Maybe we can get this one back just like when we were in drawdown. We were in drawdown almost $600 on this account. So to bring it back is amazing. To take another payout is amazing, right? So probably we'll take a payout as soon as I'm done with this video. Just go and take a payout. Um, see how it goes. This combine though, I just let it rip here. As you can see, this is absolute S word. I usually don't uh, swear on these videos, but um, again, just me blowing up. I still felt like that. No, I don't even want to justify it. This is a terrible setup too. I'm not gonna sit here and try to sugarcoat it. I'm literally not. I'm just gonna be like, Vic, come back to this video, laugh at yourself because this is so funny. And I honestly think too that as I end my first year trading, this stuff is so funny. Like, I was just telling my girlfriend too, this last thing I'll say before I head out, but I was just telling my girlfriend, I was telling her when I first started trading last year, I would spam trades. Like, I was just clicking the buy market button so much just because of the fact that I was like, bro, how do you even pass? How do people even pass accounts? Like, it is honestly hilarious to think about now because if you were to tell me a year ago that, bro, like, you just tilted, bro, you just lost $600, I'd be like, bro, like, did you blow the account? Like, were you able to pass the combine? You're like, yeah, bro, like, I have 500 accounts. You're like, what? 500 accounts? How'd you even pass the first one? And you're like, well, like, you blew $600, like, well, like, are you in the negative now? It's like, no, like, I'm still up, like, $1,200. You're like, bro, you're up $1,200? And I'm like, yeah, like I'm gonna take a payout. And you're like, what? Like you're gonna take a payout? Like that would have been me last year. You know what I mean? Like that's literally how it would have been. So the fact that I'm so upset about I'm still disappointed. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm not gonna make light of that. Like it was dumb decision making today. But the fact that compared to last year, we're like, bro, like I died to be in your position, bro. Like that's that's literally how I feel now in the sense of like we're getting better and year over year that's what you want. So this year, three payouts, potentially more, depending on how these last 2 months go with this winter training arc that I'm doing. We'll see how things go, but that's it for this video, guys. I guess I will add one more thing. I'm speaking a lot of Japanese in this video, but guys, anyone who wants to participate in the giveaway, please complete or start your journal up by November 23rd in the Discord. Link is in the description box. I really want to see how you guys are doing for these next 2 months heading into January 2026, right? Because this is where we are going to transcend our trading. Not like today, though. But days like today are times that you need in your life in order to help transcend your trading. You need to struggle. You need to struggle. So I am struggling right now. I am not trading well. I am breaking every single rule, but we hope to fix that later on this week. I might not trade tomorrow after requesting a payout. Um, but we're just gonna see how it goes, man. See how it goes. But Anyway, guys, that is it for this video today. I hope you guys are trading well. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. How do I say it? I'm so tired, and yeah, my mind is fried. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Hopefully, you guys are trading well and trading better than me. And yeah, keep trading stoically. I'll see you guys tomorrow.